Guys, things have gotten out of control very quickly.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Hell, going well.
Reverse, reverse. Here we go, full send.
What is up, guys? We are back. Another episode in the garage. Today, I'm going to be working on the Turbo S, as you've seen in the last video. And sorry about it. We didn't get it filmed as well as we'd like. I'm thinking I'm going to start bringing somebody with me that their designated job is to film. And also, I have some GoPros that I can stick in the car. That would help. Obviously, our riding got cut short due to the fact that being stupid and breaking axles left and right. Reoccurring theme, being stupid, but I was out of axles, and I mean, we had a 4-hour drive home, so if we wouldn't have spent so long trying to fix it, get it out of the trail, so on and so forth, we would have got more riding in. Anyways, today we're going to tear this apart. We're going to see what's all broken in this corner. I do have a bunch of stuff ordered for that end, a bearing, a hub, a rotor. I think I have a new caliper bracket that I can swap that one over to. And also in that big box right there, which shout out to Super ATV for getting those fast, we got a complete set, all 4 axles. I'm gonna replace both fronts and the rears, pull out the one rear and one front that are good, that are all balls, use those as spares. Rhino 2.0s have a 18-month warranty, so if we break those, we will just continue to warranty them out. I'm gonna give the fronts a try. If I keep breaking them, I'm gonna go to their X300s and just run the rears. But I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens there. We'll find out. But I'm gonna tear apart that corner back there, and like I said, start diving into it. I don't have the new bearing and the new hub and whatnot here yet, so we'll be waiting on that, like always, waiting on parts. But we can at least get the axle changed out all the way around. See if this one up here is broken like I thought it was, and kind of go from there. So let's dive into it. Also, I do have a new rack on the way. I wanted to add that. This one is not doing hot, and I knew that before we went on the trip. But so I have a new one of those coming. That's coming with the hub and everything else. So we will probably next video be swapping a rack on this thing. I just wanted to show you quick before I get it up in the air and make it immobile. What it's doing and how I knew it needed a rack. So I just have the power steering turned on. So the whole rack it's pretty blown. It does some funky things when you're turning, pulls one way or another. It's hard to turn. It's not in good shape. So I got a new one of those, a Polaris OEM coming. I decided to go with Polaris OEM because everyone on the forums was saying that it's good. And I got 1,500 miles of hard up use. I mean, I've smoked a ton of rocks with it, and tumbled a few times, and it's held in this long. Didn't feel like spending 1,500 to 2,000 on a rack. People say if you get the Sandcraft brace kit, that makes a world of a difference, but we're just gonna try another rack for $400. Why not? So just wanted to add that real quick before I get in the air. All right, so things have escalated rather quickly. I'll give you a quick rundown of what all has been done and where we're at with things. So I got the car jacked up. It's sitting on the tires in the front, and in the back it's all ripped apart. It's on jack stands. So the front, pretty self-explanatory. I just took the knuckle apart, popped the axles out. I haven't popped the new ones in yet. I do have them right here, unboxed, ready to go. But we got the front axles out. I haven't put the new ones in because I'm going to get a new rack, like I mentioned. And there's no point in putting the axles in right now if they're going to have to come back out to get to that rack. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to finagle the rack out of there without taking the diff out. I can't remember last time. I did have the rack out of this car at one point for something. I can't remember for what, but I don't remember if I took the diff out or not. I think I'm gonna try to take the bracing for the diff out and see if the rack will come out. That way, without having the diff out, if it does need to come out at that point, I mean, I already have the bracing off. All I'll have to undo is the bolts in the back of the car and the carrier bearing in the middle. To slide the drive shaft off the diff and it'll come right out the side. So the front's pretty good. Bearings and everything look fine. Like I said, that axle was broken. It's right here. It was the outer of the axle is broken. You can hear it. I mean, I don't know how well that picks up, but my thought is this cup is good. Or this cage is good. The cup's trash. That cup's good. So I should be able to steal the cup out of that one and put it in that one and make a half-ass decent spare for the front. So I could have two spare fronts. It's a good rear that I took out. Blown rear. You'll notice this trailing arm is out. We noticed when we were tearing this side apart to get that axle out that the heim for that trailing arm is shot. And it's got a bunch of side-to-side play. Maybe if I put this in the vise, I'll be able to show you guys. Here you go. Here you go. I got it in the vise. So I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but this heim is blown. It shouldn't move side to side like that. So I'll get a new one of those coming. As far as the squeaks this machine has, I did try running these kryptonite dust boots. I'm going to be removing those. I recently refreshed the heims on the upper radius rod and put those boots on, thinking maybe it would prolong the death of those heims, being that it keeps the dust out. Well, it also keeps dust in. That's why it squeaks so bad. So I'm going to pull the boots off that. See if I can't get the squeak to go away. As far as this side goes, we got it all torn apart. The knuckle is fine. No damage to it. I did have a spare brake caliper. So I stole the bracket off of it, and the pads made this one work. So this is a brand new driver's side caliper that I had for a spare. So this bracket was pretty bent up. Obviously when the wheel bearing came apart, I had to do a relief cut to get it off the caliper. It was so bent, but obviously when that wheel bearing came apart, the tire tried to fall off. The tire tried to fall off and wiped out the bracket and the wheel bearing, which I'll show you. Also, it cooked these brake pads. They are very bent, as you can see. So, I mean, they might be able to be straightened, but who cares? I have new ones. So as you can see, this wheel bearing came apart. It's just got some slop in it. I mean, I don't know if they're supposed to come apart like that. Obviously, that's how they're put together, but it's no longer tight. So, and it's crunchy. There's stuff in the bearing. Might be able to be saved. Don't know. Got two new ones coming. So, as so far, what I need to put this thing back together is a new Heim for the trailing arm, which has just got a little slop in it. I could run it the way it is, so I'll save that one for a get me out of a tight spot. Trail spare, I guess you'd say. I need the wheel bearing that's coming, and the rotor looked true. I won't know until I get it all back together and jack it up and spin it up. The hub is fine. I got a new spare hub just so I have one. They're just good parts to have in case you do tumble. So really all I need is a Heim, a wheel bearing. I think that's it, and I think I can put it back together. I got the axles already, so we'll keep it moving. I'm just gonna clean a few things up. Want to turn around and get right back out there. I'm hoping, you know, probably I'd say 2.5 weeks, be riding again. So next week I should have everything to put this thing together. I'm hoping to ride that following weekend. Don't know where yet, but we will find a place, and hopefully our filming skills will improve and we can put together some good content for you guys. So stay tuned for that. I will pick up when I get more parts. Thanks. Yeah, I don't even know where to begin. Maybe by filming myself. But been waiting on parts for a week and got pretty bored. It's I think 12 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock at night right now. I got the back bumper off. It's being painted. I'm just spray painting it. Already did the front. It turned out pretty good, I think. It's just got 3 coats of some Rust-Oleum paint or something like that on it. But yeah, I've been waiting for parts to come in. They've been taking forever. I think I'm supposed to have them tomorrow, which is good news, because then I can finish doing everything that I've started doing. I decided while I had the time and I'm waiting on parts and I can't really ride it, which I should have done it this winter, but that I was going to pull my cage off and finish weld certain spots on it that I couldn't get to with the cage on the machine. So we popped the cage off, flipped it over upside down on the floor, welded some spots. I'll put some pictures in right now. Of that. Then I can kind of grind up some of the spots that we added onto on the cage, and we can paint it as well. Kind of make it look a little bit better, a little bit not quite as big of a hoopty, I guess, even though it's just gonna get messed up anyways, but it'll look good for the first couple times out until I roll it again. So I kind of don't know when this clip's gonna come in, so I might just like fast forward to me fixing the stuff that's broken on the machine, that where the last clip ended off, and I might just throw this in somewhere. So it really won't make sense. I really didn't film too much of it. I didn't really think that you guys needed to see me spray paint stuff. I mean, everyone knows how to do that. And pulling a cage is pretty straightforward. There's 2 bolts up front, 2 on the side, and 2 in the back. So yeah, that's a quick update, I guess, of what I'm doing while I'm waiting for parts. I'll throw a few more coats on this bumper, and then I can start on the cage. Like I said, I just got to grind a few spots, and then we'll make it match, and we'll pick up when we have parts, I guess. This video is going to be all over the place. Just updating you. I've been ripping more apart, painting stuff. Yeah, sorry, motion sickness. I've been painting stuff. Decided while it was off, the cage was off, that I'd go ahead and get the bed delete painted, the muffler cover, as I just showed you, that gloss black shiny thing over there. I went with a bed liner on the bed delete, just being that Hopefully it'll help with some heat and hold up a little bit better. There's some runs in it. Hopefully it'll dry out. I'm not sure. But yeah, the cage is painted, matched, blended kind of. There's gonna be some shiny spots where we just painted, but overall I think it'll turn out good. It'll look good when it's all together. I think mostly everything black. I did end up getting the parts, the wheel bearing and the what else was I waiting on? The rotor, which I don't think it needed a new rotor, but I have one. So I got the axles in. I ended up taking the boots off the upper radius rod. I'm waiting for aerosol called Trick Shot. That's what ORB recommends using with their Heims. Hopefully that'll take care of my squeak. As you can see, the boots, the dust boots, the kryptonite dust boots, did no favors to these Heims. I mean, they're gross. I think it was holding all the dirt in there. So I'll have that bottle of Trick Shot tomorrow, and then I'll try cleaning them from there with that stuff. See if that takes care of my squeak. I'm not putting those boots back on. Those things are done. Yeah, I mean, wheel bearing was easy. I just pressed it in. The hub, the knuckle was fine. Didn't need a new knuckle. I got a spare hub coming just to keep in the trailer or in the box of spare parts. This thing looks like a tornado hit it. There's parts literally scattered everywhere from it. I'm hoping to have it rideable in, I don't know, 5 days from now. The bed delete's almost done drying. I just painted what you see pretty much. I'll put it back on. I was gonna swap out the wastegate because I had put one on that's not quite functioning correctly, but I don't know that I want to even mess with it. That might be a project for another day. It is easier, way easier with the bed off, but I think I'm just gonna let it be. So yeah, I think I'll assemble all this off camera, and then you'll just see a video update of it together in a few days, I guess, is where we'll pick back up. So see you there. It has been a couple hours, same day as that last clip. I did end up getting, this is that Trick Shot I was talking about to you guys that ORB recommends using with their Heims. So hopefully there's no more squeak. I haven't tested the theory yet, but yeah, it's pretty quiet. So still got a few things to do, like wiring up the light bar and the chase light. Otherwise, it is all together. I am waiting on a new rack to come, but with shipping and whatnot, I think I'm 2 weeks out from getting that. So not the biggest deal in the world. I'll ride it as it is. New axles are in. Like I said, we went with Rhinos this time around. We'll see how they do. I did them all 4 corners, so I know some people have good luck, some people have bad luck. The warranty is hard to pass up because if I snap them, I'm just going to warranty them out. So we may end up upgrading the X300s if the fronts keep breaking. We'll find out. Only time will tell. But yeah, I think this is pretty well whipped. Like I said, just the light bar and the chase light need wired, and then we're ready to ride. I think we're going to do one this coming Sunday, so it'll be about 1 week from the time this is filmed. So we'll pick up there, I guess. We'll see you guys next time.